So, Shadow Reaper Anduin has been played, and we are sad. Surely we're dead, right? Surely we're dead. Well, he'd used some mana to play the operative, and looking at his health total, he's probably thinking, yeah, I'm safe. The Warlock can't kill me. My health total's too high. Well, I have news for him. Bloodreaver Gul'dan brings back 4 Doomguards. And if we can do math, 4 times 7 is lethal. So we didn't even need the 4th Doomguard there. That's pretty insane. Okay, so what deck are we playing today? Well, we're playing Tiny1009's Wild Cubelock. So Cubelock has become a thing now on Standard and on Wild Mode, and basically it revolves around getting value from these demons. So traditionally on my YouTube channel you'll see Warlock being played with Reno. You know, I used to really love playing Renolock. Just, you know, good against aggro if you have Reno on turn 6, good against control as well. So different variations of Renolock is what I would play. So this is a bit different for me, actually, playing Cubelock, because there is no Reno Jackson. And sometimes I have to remind myself that Reno is not in this deck and that I can't expect him to be there to save me. Anyway, so the whole point of this deck is to get demons out early to begin with. So Voidcaller can bring out something big, like a Doomguard, like a Voidlord. Possessed Lackey can also bring something out big too. So you get big demons out early. You can then also use Carnivorous Cube to get insane value on the likes of Voidlords. So let's say you've got an injured Voidlord. You can use him to trade into something, then play the cube. When the cube dies, you get a couple more Voidlords back, which is insane. Let's say a couple of Voidlords have died and you have 1/3 taunts on the board. Well, play Mal'Ganis and you buff them all up. So there's some really interesting combos that you can do. You know, Carnivorous Cube on an injured Doomguard. You know, when the cube dies, you get 2 Doomguards back. So it's just chock full of value. Ends off the Corruptor, bringing back Death Rattle minions. Bloodreaver Gul'dan, bringing back your demons. Sometimes both of those cards are not even needed because the Carnivorous Cube can get you all the value you need sometimes. Anyway, let's start off by looking at this deck in action against a priest. Now I'm going to keep the Voidcaller here. I think that's a worthy keep. I'm also going to keep the Hellfire, just because it could help to clear some useful things like Northshire Clerics. That mulligan was probably all wrong, but hey, I'm new to this deck. I'm used to playing Renolock, so my mindset is still stuck in a Renolock mindset. So you'll have to forgive me if there are misplays. This deck runs 1 copy of Twisting Nether. It's your big emergency board clear. No Siphon Soul, no Reno Jackson, so it does lack a lot of the control tools that you'd usually see in Warlock on the Wild Mode ladder. I think what you're looking to do here is actually to get demons out as early as possible and be aggressive, which is sort of a playstyle that I'm not entirely used to. So playing this deck has been a lot of fun because I've had to think differently about things. Now, this is very unfortunate. Our Voidcaller does not call out any demons. Very unfortunate. And yes, indeed, not quite what was planned. So we're going to try again now with getting a demon out. So, priest doing typical priest things here, just passing turns and doing nothing. Obviously gathering Razar, gathering Anduin, just waiting for the right turn to kill me. So, the question is, do we want to get a demon out here? I think we're going to draw first, just see what we get. That's useful. Okay, now we can get a demon out. Maybe I should have got the demon out first, before drawing the card. I don't know. But Doomguard coming out there, just doing some face damage. I was just desperate to get something big out onto the board. Maybe using the Dark Pact there was a bit of a waste? Perhaps. Is he going to clear this board? Shadow Word Horror? Yes, indeed. Okay. Hey, that's fine. That was a huge investment. A huge investment just to kill my Doomguard. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because there's going to be another stream of demons coming and he's just used one of his tools. Oh. So this is Big Priest. You see, I'd mistakenly thought it was Razar, Anduin, Reno Priest. No, this is Big Priest. How interesting. So, what order do I want to do this in? Kill it first. It kills my Void Caller, and we get something fat out onto the board. Okay. And we drew a card as well, which is pretty decent. So I'm still trying to find my feet with this deck, and some of my plays may not be optimal, so you'll have to forgive me. Okay. So, if he does not remove the Mal'Ganis, I have a Faceless Manipulator, I have a cube, which I can use. He's not going to kill it. How interesting. Did not have Shadow Word Death. Did not have Entomb. Did not have Light Bomb. Interesting. Okay. What's it going to kill? Oh. Oh, come on. There were 3 other targets on that board. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was expecting Mal'Ganis, yes, not quite what was planned. This game is not going to plan. But we've got pressure on the board, which is why I played Bloodreaver Gul'dan. Okay, we had pressure on the board, past tense. Oh dear. Okay. So the idea was to pressure him, to put all of those big demons down. Now we're a bit sad. We've used Bloodreaver Gul'dan. Our next biggest threat will be Enzoth. Okay, what will it kill this time? Oh, this time it actually kills a lowly taunt. Okay, fine. Again, don't know if any of these plays are terribly optimal. It does feel like with this deck, with the cube, there's always lots of choices. Lots of things you can do. Lots of ways, lots of different ways forward. You know, which minion do you eat up with the cube? That's a really good faceless target. I was thinking of sacrificing the cube, but no, I'd like to keep the cube alive for a bit, particularly if he has AoE. then at least we get the death rattles procced. There's Shadow Reaper Anduin. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put him under a bit more pressure again. We've used Bloodreaver Gul'dan for pressure. We're now using Enzoth for pressure. Let's see how he responds to this. Okay, Dragonfire Potion, sure. But look at the value here.
Bloody hellfire.
We have 5 Void Lords on the board. That's insane value. And actually that did very little for him. And that is lethal. Just like that. Beating Big Priest feels really good. Okay, this time we're going up against a Warlock. Now, keeping the 1-drop because it's card draw. Finding the Void Caller is really, really good. Possessed Lackey is what we want to see. So our turn 4 and our turn 5 are both sorted. Just need to tap for a bit, I guess. I love the sound effect on that librarian. It's so funny, and just the artwork's great as well. I think there's some books burning in the background there. That's just brilliant. I'm going to assume that this is a mirror match. That's going to be my assumption here. So he who plays a Void Caller first has an advantage, perhaps, to get a big demon out on the board. Okay, he counters my Void Caller with his one. Interesting. That's disappointing. Okay, so do I just Dark Pact here? Yeah, I do. Okay, so Dark Pacting there was decent because it did heal us for a fair amount, and we get a Doomguard down. Let's see how he deals with the Doomguard then. I think I was just desperate to get something bigger down on the board, because a 3-4 versus a 3-4 wasn't doing much for me, but having a Doomguard down is pretty good. Next turn I have some options. I can use my Doomguard to trade into something, and then I can play the cube on my Doomguard. So when the cube dies, we get 2 Doomguards back. It's really good value. He's really thinking this through. His health total is pretty low, and maybe the presence of the Doomguard has just stumped him a little bit. He's thinking, how do I respond to this? That's interesting. It's going face. Does he not want to trade and get a demon out? Oh, clever. Oh, that's pretty good for him. Okay. I quite fancy getting 2 Doomguards back at some point. Now this is the kind of tactic that won me the game. The little clip that you saw at the start of the video, I think it was against a priest. I had 4 Doomguards down on the board. It got me lethal, just with 3 of them. And the reason I got 4 back was because of the cube. It all started with the cube and the value of this card. It's such a good card. And again, he's a little stumped with what to do here. My cube trades into his 3/4. We have the Emperor next turn if we want to get a discount. I don't know if we want it.
Oh yes, they'll serve me now.
Okay, he's going wide on the board here. Interesting. So if I draw Hellfire, I can trade into his 3/4, Hellfire the board away. The only problem is that his 2/2 is going to bring something out from his deck that's going to be pretty big and scary. Okay, that's not Hellfire. Now that's an interesting card. And I'm going to go ahead and pop his Void Lord. We're not scared of Mal'Ganis. It's turn 7. The issue would be if he kills off his 2/2 and Mal'Ganis comes out from his deck. That's then a problem. But let's assume that's not going to happen. Now, all of a sudden, I'm the one now that's in serious danger with the health total. So I'm going to have to find a way to get through his board, get through his taunts.
Yes. Oh yes, they'll serve me now.
Twisting Nether, not in hand, not in hand. But Defile? That could be interesting. This is where things get a little bit complicated. This is where you sort of have to think, what's the least damaging scenario? Our health total is low. So, we injure our own minion to get something to 1 health. Now we Defile. Oh god. Okay, that kind of worked out for us.
A paltry task.
Do I just go face here? Or do I trade? I'm gonna trade. I'm just scared. I'm just scared of leaving stuff up on his board. Was that Defile the correct play? Injuring my own minion and defiling, was that the right play?
I wonder.
So, his health total now being incredibly low, he needs to find a way to heal. So this deck does run some healing. Just needs to figure out how to get rid of my Doomguards.
So many possibilities.
Okay. There's some healing. Doesn't quite kill it though, so he's gonna have to trade.
Almost out of time.
So again, a lot of thought needed on these turns. Not an easy deck to play.
Darkness rises.
Wait, did that not bring anything out? Did he order that incorrectly? Interesting. Okay, so we need to get through a Void Lord here. What's the best way of doing this? I have Faceless Manipulator. I mean, I can...
I wonder.
I could just Emperor and tap. And we're going to pass. Okay. Not feeling terribly good here. That Void Caller looks like a bit of a problem on his board. Got to assume there's a Mal'Ganis somewhere. I mean, we have the Twisting Nether. It's not the end of the world. But our health total is low, and we do need to avoid dying to things like charging Doomguards from Bloodreaver Gul'dan, for instance. Interesting. Okay, he's creating a wall of taunts. Snap play my own taunt. It's gonna protect my face, which is the priority here now. We're really looking for Bloodreaver Gul'dan. Really looking for Bloodreaver Gul'dan. We need to find him. Look at the difference in health totals now. You know, it's sort of a reverse situation now. His health total is much higher than mine. So now I'm the one under a lot of pressure. But these taunts are really, really good. They're just really annoying to get through. Okay, there's a Doomguard.
Oh yes, they'll serve me now.
And I'm thinking, I need to... Yeah, there he is. I was thinking I had to sacrifice there my minion just to up my health total and to get Mal'Ganis out before I draw him into hand. To get him out the deck before I draw him into my hand. So that was the justification and the reasoning for that play. Now this is very powerful. I suspect Twisting Nether will come. Yes, and there it is. Twisting Nether. That was a good Twisting Nether. But we keep the pressure on him. We're going to play Enzoth next turn. Or if we get Bloodreaver Gul'dan, we'll play Gul'dan instead. Tap Blast. Oh, hello.
A bond forged in blood and shadow.
So, Mal'Ganis forced out the Twisting Nether on that previous turn. But look, the pressure is right back on. Now, if he runs 2 copies of Twisting Nether, fine. We'll just play Enzoth. Yeah, it's over. So that game, oh, that could have gone either way, I think, in the mirror match. And it was quite draining as well. But it took us to rank 9. Which feels good. Okay, so final game, rank 8, going up against a priest. And I think now as time has gone on, I think I've got slightly better at playing this deck. I just love that card. I just love it. Yeah, so practice tends to help with this deck. As I slowly get myself out of Renolock mindset. So the question is this going to be Big Priest, or is this just going to be normal Reno Death Knight Priest? So we can get a Doomguard down on the board, and next turn, so we have Dark Pact, or we can get Mal'Ganis down. And I think it's worth doing. I think it's just worth sacrificing your Void Caller, even if you don't get to trade it into something. It's just worth sacrificing the Dark Pact just to get that bigger threat down on the board. But in this case, playing our 5 drops seems sensible because we had 5 mana. And now we have flexibility on which of our minions we sacrifice. Do we sacrifice the Void Caller, or do we sacrifice our 2/2? So we have flexibility. We can sacrifice both. We have 2 Dark Pacts in our hand. Oh, it's Big Priest. Okay, who will Rag hit? Oh, hits a good target for once. Well, a good target for me. Well, that's a Doomguard. I assume that we want to protect our Doomguard here. Could use a Spellstone on Rag. Don't feel the need to tap just yet. I know what's going to happen now. Rag is going to come back to life. That's what Big Priest does. No? It's going to clear the board. Interesting. Ha!
Extraordinary. A paltry task.
Just trying to think, do I have any kind of lethal? No. Surely not. Mal'Ganis is in hand, not in our deck. Can't bring him out. Maybe we can set up some kind of lethal. Oh. Will Rag hit the best target again? Will it hit the 2/2? Why is he not healing his face? Wow, he's feeling very brave here. Holy Smite, really? Oh dear. Ah, hits my face. That is actually the best target in this situation. Oh dear, he's not happy. He's not happy.
You will regret this.
And there's the easy win with Dark Bomb. Okay, so Tiny1009's Wild Cubelock. So in the end, this is a deck that managed to get me to rank 7, and I'm having so much fun playing it. Now, I understand, I realise that not all of my plays have been optimal in this video because I'm still getting my head around the deck. As I said before, I'm still in sort of Renolock mode, and you know, just getting my head around the different combos, getting my head around when it's effective to sacrifice demons, when it's not effective, you know, with Dark Packs. So it's still a bit of tinkering needed on my part in terms of my mindset, and you know, maybe there are some cards that could be included in this deck, taken out and included, that are more effective. I don't know. If you guys have got any thoughts on making this deck more effective, do leave a comment. Faceless Manipulator is a very interesting inclusion in this deck. I'm not entirely sure on its value. If you top deck it with nothing on board, it's useless. But as you've seen in this video, Faceless Manipulator on Mal'Ganis can be insane. Just having double Mal'Ganis on board is just godly. So it has value. Faceless Manipulator on a Void Lord is also insane. So there's some considerations there. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I've really enjoyed playing this deck, and I think this is a deck that I will revisit in the near future. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I would be very grateful, and I'll see you all again very soon for more fun on the Wild Mode ladder.